Welcome to the Love Holistic Living podcast, your roadmap to heal and align mind, body, and soul and become intuitive through food, pleasure, and spirituality with your host and Italian friend, Sara Garofalo. Are you the alpha female empath, the chosen one? This is what you're going to learn in this episode with your Italian friend, Sara. Welcome back. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story of how I came to this terminology. And if it might be triggering you, then stick around because you're going to start understanding why I'm using the alpha female / empath as a powerful way to detect a very powerful woman in the world. Now, some women are very triggered by the term alpha because we have put a negative connotation to it because alpha maybe is the strong male figure that became a dictator over history, over the history of our ancestors. Yet alpha just means that you are a strong leader in your field, in your expertise, or even as a mother. Like you're just a strong personality, passionate, independent, with your own values in mind. Okay. The second part, alpha female, that means that you're a woman. And the empath means that you have an empathic heart, that at the core, you share this duality of a strong, independent, yet with a very sensitive heart, sensitive to energies. And there's this duality that played a big role in your life of who you've become today, and different percentage of the alpha as different percentage of the empath within you will play again different scenarios in your life. And just to give you a back and stories of why I coined this term is because as an alpha female empath, okay, I lived my life as an alpha female at first, which means that in Italy, as an Italian, I'm already fiery, I'm already passionate, I'm already independent because also my parents raised me to be very strong and independent. Type A woman. Bottom line, type A woman, really good in school, really determined, really ambitious. I had my life planned ahead of me. I also was very empathic, yet to survive the world as a type A woman, I had to suppress all of my feelings. And literally, I have this discussion with my best friend who has known me since I was 7 years old. And she's like, "Who are you? Because right now you're so sensitive." And I'm like, I didn't know I was an empath until my 30s. I didn't know that you can be both. And I had to survive. The only way to survive in that high pace quality of life was to shut down most of my deep core feelings, or at least to have them in silence. And that is something that I don't regret in a way that I wish that I could have been more in balance. But part of my life is, taking me to find my own balance by age 30 within this duality of having the sensitive heart, be very genuine as a person, but also be very selective with the energy. And there are so many things that can come with the alpha female empath, the empath of like feeling energy, feeling exhausted, feeling overwhelmed, not trusting people, or trusting them too much, or trying to save them, guilt tripping yourself all over, in all the experiences. So I'm not going to go into this specifically today. I'm going to give you the 7 traits of an alpha female empath. Again, you can be both. You can find the balance of both. The balance is masculine and feminine must coexist in one body. Alpha female is very in the masculine. She goes like fire energy through things. She will accomplish. She's ambitious. She'll get there. She'll study. She will continue to go after what she wants. The empath is very feminine, very flowing, very intuitive. And if the empath prevails, that sometimes you may be too much in your feminine, and you may also be isolating too much. If the masculine prevails, you may be experiencing a shutdown of emotions. The balance is in the middle. Now, let's get started. Number 1, you are highly independent. As an alpha female empath, you are a very strong, again, independent woman that you honestly don't need people to save you or to do things for you. You do it yourself. You're stubborn, okay? Independent, stubborn way. And I'm also giving you all of these traits to also shed light on the fact that an alpha female empath may have relationship issues and especially feels she emasculates men or, she has some kind of like relationship issues with with the partner, in itself. I'm going to go into that in another episode. But one of the reasons why is because she's just too independent. So a lot of the time society presents us with this fairy tale that men are the one providing for us. And yes, we're not living in the 1950s anymore. So we don't really need to be protected by the fair sex. We are strong enough to take care of themselves, and some men can't really handle that. They're intimidated by strong, ambitious women. We're going to talk about relationships in another episode. Stay with me for a second, because she will go through life handling anything that life gives to her with a smile on her face. No matter how hard this gets, she will go through it. She will get through this.
Elevate your wellness with the blue-green algae superfood. A big thank you to one of our favorite sponsor, Salus Health, which is the reason why I feel so vibrant and healthy with boundless energy today. This blue-green algae superfood is packed with nutrients and antioxidant, which has been a game changer for my well-being, and it will be for yours. It will help you boost your immunity, increase energy levels. It's a natural supplement for weight loss, enhance mental clarity, and it's rich in vitamins, minerals, essential amino acids, and superfood nourishes your body from the inside out. Don't forget to visit saluz.io, saluz.io. Again, saluz.io. And don't forget to use the code LOVEHOLISTIC to receive your initial 20% off your order, and embrace the goodness, embrace life.
Number 2, see, she is tenacious. She is so strong inside. She never backs down from difficulties. Now, again, she sees an obstacles and she goes after it. She's like, how can I overcome this? Because that is my goal. And again, she will deal with it with only victory in mind. She'll never stop fighting. Okay. She's a fighter. She's a warrior. Number 3, she is her own savior. Just because she is an empath doesn't mean that she's weak. Doesn't mean that she needs to be saved. Doesn't mean that she is broken or incapable of building a life of her own. She is her own savior. And I know we want to be saved by Prince Charming, but my Prince Charming hasn't come yet. As a little girl, I was told and served a lie through Disney movies, which I love, by the way, but they gave me the wrong idea of what a woman needs to be besides Mulan, which is my favorite. Because there's this Prince Charming that comes out of the blue and saves the princess. And I'm like, well, life doesn't happen that way most of the times. My Prince Charming hasn't come yet. And I had to step up. Once I realized nobody was coming, I had to step up and be my own savior. That's what most women face. And if there is anything you're going to get out of this episode is you can do this. You can pull yourself out of a dark place because you have the strength of an alpha female empath. And that strength lives within you, and you must find that fire within you. You must go down the deep end of the ocean and rescue yourself, rescue your life, your light, for nobody else's but your own sake. And you are capable of doing this. Now, number 4 is she has a passionate and intense soul. Not just due to the fact that I was born and raised in Italy, so I have a fiery personality, even though you don't quite see me often as fiery through social media. But if you live with me, you'll probably start to understand. The alpha female empath is a passionate soul. She lives her life with passion and purpose. You don't do things out of boredom or out of I mean, most of the time, yes, we can do things out of logic, but there is passion behind it, that it's driven. There is a meaning to it, right? If you're giving something to someone, there is a purpose, there is a meaning. And one day, my Italian best friend, she asked me, she's like, she looks at me and she is an alpha female, but she looks at me and she's like, you never do anything that doesn't have a meaning, like even choosing the name of your pet. And I said, no, not even when I had to choose the name of my kid. There is a profound meaning to everything that I do. And I'm pretty sure you're the same. So a big yay. Number 5 is she is hard to fool because she's so highly intuitive. That intuitive abilities lives within the empath qualities of reading beyond someone's words. You know, you go beyond the actions, beyond the words, and you see through the souls because you have this innate quality. And if you feel like you're disconnected from your own intuition, then it's all a muscle you have to train. I do that in sessions. So feel free to book a one-on-one private so we can work on it and get you back on trusting your body, your intuition. But you are hard to fool. You see through BS miles away and you look through, each person's soul. And most people won't like that. Most people will stay away from you, or it's what we call you will trigger both men and women because they know that you see through them. They know that you see through and beyond that fake smile that they put, in front of you. You know what is going on. Yet you have wisdom. Yet pace yourself. Listen to yourself before becoming emotional, before making an emotional decision. And I was all over the place, okay? I was like the alpha female empath who was leading every this decision via emotion, an emotional quick response. And I've learned my lessons. Yet I still am led by intuition. I'm just more grounded, okay? But this leads me to the next one, which is that you desire consistency. I mean, when you look at a relationship, you really want trust, you want respect, and most of it all, you deeply desire this consistent behavior, emotional stability that is consistent. No ups and downs, no empty words. You want someone who can give you that stability. And number 7, she's the last one here, is you will not be deceived by empty words. And again, this is because you can see through the lines of BS. You'll never be fooled because actions will speak louder than words for you. I have been served so many empty promises in my life until I realized that I had a lesson to learn with those people. And I also have choices that I can make to keep them in my life or not. And I now, these days, I didn't used to be this person. If I perceive that someone lacks integrity, whether I'm hiring them, I work with them. Well, I actually don't choose to work with them if they're lack of integrity, but let's just say if they want to be my friends, if they want to be around me, even through dating, I'm like, the moment you don't respect your word, the moment you miss this fake empty promise you made, you're done. And that is also sending a clear sign to the universe that you want more people with integrity in your life. So after I've done that, and it took years, to get to this point, I'm finally able to pull in the right vibration of people that are sharing the same values as me. So again, you're someone who lives with integrity. Ask for integrity back. But remember that if you don't let those people go that are lacking in integrity, will not pull the right vibration in. You will not pull those people that share the same core values as you if you don't start cleaning up a little bit, cleansing and clearing some of your old relationships that keep dragging you down. But again, you want someone who walk the walk and talk the talk. So these are the 7 traits of an alpha female empath. Do you think that's you? I'm really curious to know. So leave a comment if you're watching this on YouTube, give it a star, subscribe, and don't forget to join the newsletter and participate. Join us for our monthly Alpha Female Empath Women's Circle. And I'll see you in there. Lots of love. A big ciao.